Good morning. Welcome to Kilat Shari Torah's daily Halacha review for Wednesday, June 2nd. We're talking about simchas, talking about weddings and sheva brachas, the blessings that are recited in the presence of a bride and groom at the chuppah, at the wedding feast, and also for the 7 days of rejoicing that follow the chuppah. So we're talking about who qualifies as panim chadashos. We said there's a requirement to have new people, new faces literally, is panim chadashot. New people at the meal where you say the sheva brachas. So, what happens on Shabbos? According to Tosfos, there's a Tosfos in Ksubas that says that Shabbat itself is considered panim chadashot, and therefore you don't need to invite an extra person to come on Shabbos. All the poskim quote this. Some say, who is it really? The extra, the panim chadash. Who's the new guest? Some say it's the neshama yesera, the extra soul that we receive on Shabbat. It's cause for the added joy. Maybe it's the Shabbos queen. A bunch of different opinions. This only applies for the first. This idea that Shabbat is the new guest only applies for the first two meals on Shabbat. Shalosh Sudas, the third afternoon meal, is not considered panim chadashos. The Bach, the Bayis Chadash, Rabbi Yoel Serkis, says that this is because Shalosh Sudas is usually not as lavish as other meals. You can just have a piece of cake or a piece of fish, gefilte fish or something like that. You don't have to wash. Many people do, but it's not as expansive as the other meals. Some poskim maintain that based on Kabbalah, one does not need panim chadashos for Shalosh Sudas either, just like at the first two. That's said in the name of the Ramah, Rabbi Zaria mi Fano. It's quoted in his name, Pischei Tshuva. Also Pischei Tshuva, Tamim Minhagim. Some don't say any sheva brachas at the Shalosh Sudas on Shabbos, but the overwhelming custom seems to be also to have sheva brachas at the third Shabbat meal, the week following a chuppah. Interestingly enough, in the name of the Ramah, saying a drasha, if you say a devar Torah at the third meal, that's considered panim chadashot. This is based on the Gemara in Brachas. Those of us who learned Gemara Brachas, finished recently, that states that if two Talmidei Chacham, two scholars, are sitting at a table and learning, they can join for zimun as if they're actually three people. And we derive this from this that a speech, the words of Torah, is considered a being at some level, and there's no need for panim chadashos. Others say that since Torah is a source of joy, that makes the new faces, the panim chadashos. It should be noted that although some say the groom should be the one to speak, the custom is that anyone can speak. Some say that there's only a heter for the speech to be considered panim chadashos if it's given before shkia, before sunset. Others are lenient. The leniency of a speech exempting an additional person, panim chadashos, from being present is only applicable for the third meal on Shabbos, not for a sheva brachos during the week. You shouldn't rely on that any other time during the week. Today it's common for the third Shabbos meal to be lavish with additional foods. It would seem that Shalosh Sudas should be considered a panim chadashos then, even if it doesn't have a speech. Why not? Aruch HaShulchan seems to agree. However, if you have a choice to have panim chadashos either with the Torah or with food, choose the Torah. That's the advice. Okay, so that is our insight into Sheva brachos for today. So have a good afternoon, and please join us tomorrow. Bye-bye.